of the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela Rivers, and welcome you to Acrisure Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. And off we go from the Steel City. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. And he's going to be dropped behind the line. Terrific push defensively. They came out of the locker room ready to go. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Prescott. It's going to be pulled in by Dowdle. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Now Dowdle. And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It'll bring up 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. That's taken in. And he's going to get there. He's got the 1st down. What great awareness after the catch. He gets enough to move the chains.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design. Sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he will score. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, Cowboys. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems, Mike, the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Aubrey, good with the extra point. The Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Here we go.
Now a first carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
So you're on the sideline and you're watching the other team go right down the field and score on their first drive. As a play caller, you have to be careful that it doesn't throw you out of your initial plan coming into the game. They wanted to establish some ground game here early, and that's exactly what they did.
Here we go.
On first down, right back to Harris. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short.
Here we go. Jack.
They'll give it to Harris again. And he's trying to turn the corner, but will not do it. Brought down behind the line.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Fields from the gun on third down. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Chance now to match that opening touchdown. It is first and goal. They'll run with Harris. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up second and goal.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block.
And he's in! Najee Harris, touchdown Steelers. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. It's up and good. And the Steelers come right back to tie it at 7. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. And we're back to the Steel City after this. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. On play action, here's Dak. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So Give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Here we go. Let's take. We'll go 47.
Second down, Prescott. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
On third down, Prescott. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. A pickup there of 13. That's good for a Dallas first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
That one downfield for Cooks. That's caught. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. A huge play for Dallas. 37 yards. They'll throw again. Dak. That's to the left side. He's got Ferguson.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Prescott again. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. Prescott to throw it on fourth down. He's got it at the 7. The risk pays off to the tune of 16 yards.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Here's a screen coming for Dowdle. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Inside the 5, it is second and goal. They'll run with Dowdle. Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line. Third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he's in. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Dallas. So on third and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on fourth down. Taking care of it on the third down for the touchdown.
Yeah, when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10.
Here we go, set. You got a mini base. Why not? Go.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So anytime you're really sensing pass, Mike, the first thing you want to do, flood the field with defensive backs. Good things typically happen. I mean, that's a great call there by the defensive coordinator to counter that play, because no matter where that ball was going, they had someone in the neighborhood who had a shot of making the play and getting them off the field.
Here's a carry for Dowdle. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Here we go.
Now a second down throw for Prescott. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
That is hauled in at the 5. And he will score. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Cowboys. Now Aubrey for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cowboys will take a 21-7 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First down. Fields. He'll let this go for Pickens. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and that will lead to a second down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. This one down the field for Freiermuth. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Pat Freiermuth, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a second down.
No mas, no mas. Okay, don't jump. Ready? Left, right, hit. Tonight.
Throwing again. Fields on 2nd and 10. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10.
Punch right. Hey, no, Monday. Out, let's go. Hey, can. Right.
Here's Fields. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And the Cowboys are going to take over here at their own 22.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Kill. 47.
On the play fake, Dak. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick. And he will be out of bounds. No time left on the clock. And that is the final action here in this 1st half. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the 2nd half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the 2nd half is underway. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Osa Odigizua there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9.
Easy. Here we go. Right.
Now, Fields. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Here we go.
Fields. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down. Steelers getting ready to put this one away. Back deep to receive the explosive Cavante Turpin. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. On the ground, it's Dowdle. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. And this ball incomplete on third down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
On fourth down, they snap it to Dak. That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And he's going to have a Cowboys first down. They pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. The gain is 18. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain, man, that makes a big difference on any defense. The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Third down, 3 to go. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. In motion, Lamb. Pistol now for Prescott. They'll look to set up the screen here. And the Cowboys have got a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 4-yard line. That's a gain of 14 and a 1st down. From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal. Here's a run. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Dallas. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The extra point by Aubrey is good. The Cowboys will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Fields. This one grabbed by Austin. 16 yards on the game and a quick 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back.
Extend. Here we go. Go.
On 1st and 10, Fields. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
You got a mini base, right?
To throw is Fields. He'll get that complete. It's George Pickens. 3rd and long.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 14.
Back to throw is Fields. It's into the hands of Pickens once again. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
1st down, Prescott. This pass right side taken in by Cooks. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Back to throw is Prescott. He's got it at the 7. He is in. Jalen Tolbert, touchdown Cowboys.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Here we go, son.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Here we go, son.
A 1st down throw for Fields. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra deep.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
An 11-yard loss on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Okay, don't jump. Ready?
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
Alpha. It's all right.
Fields now. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
And on that third down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up fourth down.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. He'll let this go for Pickens. And he'll take it on in. George Pickens. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. On for the extra point is Boswell. He gets it to go. And the Steelers are able to edge a bit closer. So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
A first down throw for Prescott. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Prescott now. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. He finds Austin with the grab. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Gain of 19 yards. And the Steelers first down.
Hey, K.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Fields now to throw on 1st down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And the Cowboys are going to come up with the late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL